Well. To tell y'all Stephen Jones and Jerry Jones are ticked at Trayvon Diggs, it is an understatement. Stephen Jones went at Trayvon Diggs again today in a way that, to me, I'm telling you, this bridge is burned. Trayvon Diggs said he wants to play for the Cowboys. Stephen Jones is saying he may say he want to play for the Cowboys, but he's not acting like it. And Stephen Jones, in this interview on 105.3 The Fan, he is about to go into demon mode on Trayvon Diggs. Let's talk Cowboys. We're about to talk facts. Welcome, Cowboy fans and Cowboy haters alike. I'm the G, and I'm the host of Let's Talk Cowboys, where we talk facts. And if you like this video, don't forget at the end to please like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know the next time we post another video or go live. And if you haven't become a channel member or subscriber yet, please do. We have a lot of great things coming up this season. Now let's talk facts. I am telling you, you are about to listen to Stephen Jones. We're going to talk about this on the live today. I mean, Stephen Jones not only goes off on Trayvon Diggs, not only does he ether Trayvon Diggs, but the issue is that people don't want to understand or pay attention to is that he's speaking facts. And I'm going to tell you what I think ticked him off even more. I think what ticked him off even more, and I talked about this on the live stream when we were watching some of the videos from last week, and Trevon Diggs and Micah Parsons does a little, a little press conference together. I mean, they do a little impromptu press conference. I think it's already ticking the Joneses off that Trevon Diggs is sitting here in the press conference with Micah Parsons speaking on this man's money. But I think this is the part that really got the Joneses ticked off. Check this out.
Our process for working out in Florida in comparison to working out in Texas.
Like I said, they do a great job here. I just felt like it was in my best interest to go somewhere else and get the full undivided attention that I needed. Massages and everything, just the whole 9 yards to better my career, further my career, make sure I'm good, make sure I'm ahead of schedule and, you know, I can perform well. Like my ACL, I came back a whole 2 months earlier because of the work I put in in the off season and off the field. So, you know, my work is going to show. You know, whatever I put into it is going to show on the field.
Did you expect
the dock and pay?
No, I didn't expect that. That kind of hurt my feelings. But it's okay. Hopefully, I make it back in the census.
And we gotta understand.
Now, I'm going to tell you why this really ticked Stephen Jones off. Or I'm not even going to tell you. I'm going to let Stephen Jones tell you. Because Trayvon Diggs talking about he didn't expect it. When you hear Stephen Jones, how did he not expect it? And he's even taking a dig in a sense, he's taking a dig at the Cowboys training staff, of which it seems that Overshown has done well with. Other players have done well with. They don't have a problem, but he feels like he needs that extra attention. Okay, we're going to see where that's going to get you. But check out Stephen Jones.
Stephen, Jerry never pulls punches. And, you know, he's talked about with the stuff. And I wanted to ask you how much this has changed throughout your career of players like Diggs working elsewhere. And how is that adjustment been for you, where before it seemed like that always the injured players were always within the organization, but now it's changed. How have you had to adapt to that, and is it something that we're going to see more of in the future?
No, I hope not, because I think a player is much better off training with us than he is somewhere else. I just think the discipline to come in every day, do the work, is there when they're here. Now, obviously, with league rules, there's certain things that are mandatory and certain things that aren't. But one thing we can do, which we'll continue to do, is put in every player's contract, especially guys that we, you know, pay significant amounts of money. We expect leadership and we expect them to be here. And certainly we address that with Diggs, that he certainly paid a price for not being here, but we're paying a price too because we felt like he might be further along. Had he done his rehab here, he may differ with that. Right. But had he done his rehab here, we feel strongly that he would be further along. And
Stephen Jones ain't holding back. He ain't holding back on Trayvon Diggs. And he's making it very clear. They didn't blindside Trayvon Diggs. They notified him. They warned him. They let him know what the expectation was. And he didn't do it. Now, some of y'all mad at Stephen Jones and Jerry Jones about this. You can be mad all you want to. But if you work for somebody and they tell you they want something done and it's in your contract, it's in your job description, and you don't do it, what do you expect? If you own a business and you tell somebody, this is in your job description, I want you to do this, I want you to be here at such and such time, and they don't do it. So you're just gonna let them do what they want to do and there are no repercussions? I'm telling you, I used to work in the corporate world. And you're not working for me with this attitude. You're not working for me. And I don't understand why people are mad at Stephen Jones and Jerry Jones about this. And when you start talking about, well, they're saying this stuff in public. Well, is Trayvon Diggs not publicly defying the team? Well, of course he is. He's publicly defying the team, but then we get mad when Stephen and Jerry Jones are publicly saying we don't like what he's doing and we're not going to put up with it. Trayvon Diggs is done. Listen to the rest.
That's in the best interest of the team and the organization, and comes with getting a big contract, which he received.
Yeah, I know from my own personal experience of working with Brett Brown, with working for you guys, that he's one of the best in the league. And so I couldn't imagine being somewhere else. But is there differences? Does players have differences, you think, with your training staff? Is that kind of why they're maybe going elsewhere?
I mean, other than Diggs, everybody was here.
Sure.
So I don't know who you're talking about other than Diggs.
Well, Diggs, I'm saying with Diggs, though, do you think there was a difference there? Do you think there's a difference in
I think every player is different, Brian.
Yeah.
I think obviously when we sit down and we talk about paying a player, giving him a big contract, this is discussed at length with the player and the agent. And so we do have expectations. And by the way, he's the only guy I know of that wasn't here doing their rehab.
Exactly.
They feel like it's in their best interest.
Yeah, were you as surprised as we were that he was willing to just leave that money on the table? We were all just taken aback by that.
He was notified. He was told. He was. It wasn't a surprise. He knew when he missed the first day. You can imagine Coach Schottenheimer was, really wanting him. He said, "You don't want to lose this money. Yeah. That's a lot of money you're talking about." And he made a conscious decision to do it, and we have to respect that. That's his. Certainly in the CBA that he can do that.
Now, catch what Stephen Jones said. Brian Schottenheimer stepped in. And I'm telling you what Brian Schottenheimer told him, because Brian Schottenheimer has said this over and over and over in press conferences. Don't let the money or the business of football, don't let the business of football get in the way of football. And I'm telling you, Trayvon Diggs, this was obviously a very calculated move. And everyone's mad at the Joneses, but it's clear they were telling him behind closed doors. Brian Schottenheimer told him, obviously called him on a personal call, sounds like. The Joneses contacted his agents or had their people to contact his agent and let him know what the deal was. And he still did it? I'm telling you, as a person who has worked in the field out there, you cannot allow this type of stuff to happen when you're trying to build a culture. You have to send messages not only to people like him, you have to send messages to your team, and you cannot allow people like this to be on your team, because when people look at them and look at how defiant they are, and if there are no consequences, then somebody else might try to follow suit. So I believe the Cowboys going to make an example. I believe they're going to make an example out of Trayvon Diggs. I think this bridge is burnt. For me, and we're going to talk about the rest of this today on our live at 4:30, but for me, I just think it would be in the best interest of the Cowboys and Trayvon Diggs for him to be traded. I do. I think it would be in their best interest to trade him. Let's see what Savon Revel Jr. is. If he can get back somewhere within the first 5 or 6 games. You already got Kyrie Elam. He's balling. You got the run blend. Maybe you can use Wanye Thomas in the slot temporarily. And then when Trayvon Diggs comes back, maybe let him play 2 or 3 games. Either by the trade deadline, you trade him, or you let him showcase himself and play out the rest of the season, and you can either trade him or release him and save $13 million. But I think the Cowboys and Trayvon Diggs are done. Period in the story. I think he's burnt this bridge. I could be wrong. I'm just telling you. Man, Stephen Jones went demon mode on this man, and he is flat out calling him out. I mean, just flat out, no special effects, calling him out. No inferences or nothing. Nah, bro, he just saying. This dude, Trayvon Diggs, we ain't putting up with it. We're not putting up with it. I'm telling you, y'all tell me what you think. We'll talk about this more today on the live. Stephen Jones with Demon Mode. I'll see y'all at 4:30. Please join me. And for those of you who don't get a chance to, tell me what you think in the comments. Tell me, where you at on this? Where you at? I'm just telling you, it's crazy to me. Y'all tell me where you at. Like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Until the next time, DC4L, God bless. Let's talk Cowboys, where we talk facts. Peace.